All right, hello, Mrs. Runnels, second hour AP Prep English 10 class. This is Mr. Miller. Um, I've created a video here to show you this. I guess this video is for the benefit of those that couldn't be here. You're virtual or you had other things going on that you couldn't be in the study session. I'm going to show you some of the things I've created for you to help you out in reading and understanding Macbeth, to hopefully get you ready so that when you come back from the winter break, you can start doing the summative assessment work that Mrs. Reynolds and Mrs. Peschel are going to have you do. So first things first, if you take a look at your AP Prep English 10 class on Blackboard for Mrs. Reynolds, you're going to see a tab here called Second Hour Macbeth. That's where I have everything here for you. Now, just to I guess preview before I get into this, a while ago you were asked to take a look at these focus note sheets, taking a look at this, I guess, essential question of how belief systems help shape individuals, or maybe how individuals shape belief systems, things along that line. And you wrote a bunch of notes, and that was a great way for you to, I guess, start understanding and diving into Macbeth. But now it's time to take the information you thought about to, I guess, another level. So here's what I did for you. You have a thinking sheet for each act. Now, they all kind of look the same thing, look the same way, but I'm just going to take a look at one of them here with you. Here's the Act 1 thinking sheet. And the very, very first page of this is a copy of what one of my classes had done, in that on the left-hand column of the first page, we have a scene-by-scene gist of what happens in that particular act. So in act number 1, you remember there are 7 different scenes. So on the left, you see the gist of what happens in each of those 7 scenes. Then in the, I guess, big part of this page 1 are different questions that I asked my classes to think about in terms of what was happening in the story, to help them, I guess, gain a meaning of what was happening in each of these scenes. So feel free to take a look at all of this to help you, I guess, understand and make sure you have a good, clear knowledge base, I guess, on what is happening in each act and within each scene in each act. Once you've done that, let's take a look at the second page that I've created here for you. Each of these different thinking sheets are going to have a different looking second page. I provide a prompt for you at the beginning of the page, and something for you to think about. And the prompts on each of these thinking sheets are designed to get you ready for eventually the literary analysis you're going to be writing about Macbeth. So this particular prompt: due to Macbeth's desire to be the King of Scotland, we see his mind and morality corrupted. So describe where in Act 1 we see Macbeth's desire to become King of Scotland. Cite as many, I guess, examples or influences of Macbeth simply wanting to become King of Scotland. Like, what are the different influential reasons why Macbeth wants to become king? Is because, the witches kind of predict that he's going to be king, and therefore he's thinking, yeah, I kind of want that now that they've brought that to my attention. Is it his wife kind of insulting him that he's not much of a man, and if he were a man, he should become king? Is it his own private ambitions that make him want to be king? So what are the 2 most influential reasons why Macbeth wants to be king? And then, as a result of that, I want you to compare and contrast the type of person Macbeth is. In the beginning of the Act 1, we see Macbeth, or his mind, or his personality, his morality, whatever you want to say, as this. Whereas by the end of Act 1, we see it corrupted. We see it change as how. So the second sheet of all these different thinking sheets are very important for you to help you wrap around eventually your literary analysis prompt. The idea of how Macbeth's desires, how his guilt, and how his overconfidence cause his mind or his morality, his personality to become corrupted. And each of the page 2 of these thinking sheets are designed to help get you to eventually that point. So here's what we're going to be doing today in our study session. We're going to break down each of these Act 1 through 5 thinking sheets and talk as a class about different ideas we can put in here. So if you're not able to join us, feel free to ask some of your peers what they came up with. But regardless of them being in class or you not being here in our study session, everyone's going to be making their own copies of these thinking sheets and generating their own ideas. I'm simply going to help point kids in a direction, and if you want to follow that direction, that's fine. If you want to go in a different direction, that's fine too. So our goal today is to really work through all 5 of these thinking sheets. And then when we get back from break, that Wednesday we get back from break, I will do this again with you, and we're going to fill out this graphic organizer so that way the week after that, when Mrs. Peschel has you write this essay, you have a lot of different things you can draw from in these 5 different thinking sheets as well as this graphic organizer. So that is what we're going to be doing today. Feel free to reach out to me. A lot of you have already done that, either through email or through WebEx, and I can help you with these things. But for now, my recommendation for you in Mrs. Reynolds' Blackboard class, in that second hour Macbeth tab, make copies of each of these Act 1 through 5 thinking sheets and take a look at the page 1 of the documents to understand what's happening in the story, but then take a look at the different prompts and the different things I'm asking you to think about with these different acts when it comes to Macbeth's mind or personality or morality being corrupted, and start jotting down some things that are happening in the story in each act that demonstrate how his mind, his personality, his morality, whatever you want to focus on, how it's being corrupted and changed and manipulated and all those kinds of things. So again, reach out to me if you have any questions, and I'd be absolutely more than happy to help you out. Otherwise, feel free to ask your peers, your classmates, your friends that are at the live session for different ideas we've talked about. I'm sure they're going to be more than willing to help you out because I'm going to make them be more than willing to help you out because I'm going to encourage it like crazy. So thanks, everyone. Let me know if you have any questions, and I look forward to hearing from you.